And just going back over kind of what we're doing today, okay? When will I ever use this? Functions and relations, okay? So these are real-world application problems, okay? Just going through it, y'all read through it, underline things of that nature that we need to do here. That way we can see where we're kind of at. So, just kind of talking about it. You have an open diner, or you open a diner. On your menu, you have chicken strip meals with options of 3 strip or 5 strips. The meals come with fries and a drink. So we can see our pricing below. A 3 strip meal costs about $6.20, and a 5 strip meal costs $8.40. Occasionally, people are going to want to add chicken strips to their meal. So we got 2 questions to kind of go off and kind of find. Based off the menu pricing, what is the cost of an individual chicken strip? And then we want to explain our reasoning. So, what do y'all think we need to do in order to find the price of a single chicken strip?
You're gonna have to
subtract the 2 chicken strip prices. Why would we need to subtract the 2 chicken strip prices? Anyone else? Why would we need to subtract the 2 chicken strip prices? So we can narrow it down. Good. Anyone else have any other ideas of why we would need to subtract those 2 chicken strip prices?
So we can get the single.
Good. Because what do they both include?
The fries and drink.
The fries and the drink. So if we subtract those 2 costs, we automatically kill the fries and the drink, and we kill anything they else have in common. So you're right, DeAndre, we subtract our chicken strip prices, and we're left with just what 2 chicken strips cost. So, $8.40 minus $6.20. What'd y'all get? $2.20. Very good. Now, that's the cost of 2. We want to know what the cost of a single chicken strip is. So what we got to do? Divide by 2. So what is $2.20 divided by 2? $1.10. So, we know what the cost of a single chicken strip is now. That's kind of expensive, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure Raising Cane's price of their chicken is much more expensive than that. So, go to our next box. What is the cost of the fries and drink combo that comes with our chicken strips? And we want to explain our reasoning. So, just kind of talking about it. What do we think we need to do to solve or find what the cost of fries and drinks are? What do we need to do to find what the cost of the fries and drink combo? Multiply? What do you multiply?
Chicken strip times the price for each.
Good. So just kind of figuring out. Jose, you said you want to take our price for a chicken strip and multiply it by how many there are. What would that give us?
$1.30.
So do a 3-piece meal. If I take $1.10 and I multiply by 3, we get $3.30 or $3.30. Subtract it. Good. So once we know what the price of 3 chicken strips are, we can then compare it to the meal. So if we subtract the 2, we should find the cost for the fries and the drink. So it's perfect. So $6.20 minus $3.30 What do we get? 2.9. For fries and drink. Perfect. Function relation. So these are just real world application stuff. Once again, most likely there's a little niche things. You wouldn't necessarily want to do this because maybe you would, maybe you're trying to figure out how much it is cost. Like I said, once again, Raising Cane's is I think $13 for a cane egg combo. Like it's pretty expensive for chicken strips. You can see if it's actually worth it or not. Once again, it's kind of a choice thing. This comes down to really when you're a business owner and you're trying to figure out how much you want to charge for something and things like that. So our last problem is going to be based on what we just did. Based on our prices above. Based on your reasoning above, what would the cost of an 8-piece chicken strip meal be that includes the fries and drink? Now there are a few different ways we can go about doing this, but what do y'all think the method that, I guess y'all figure out how to do this. So what would you do?
Multiply 1.10 by 8.
1.10 by 8? And what do we get? 8.8, so $8.80. So we know how much the 8 chicken strips by themselves should be. $8.80. How do I find now what the meal should be?
Add $2.90.
Add the combo price, add the $2.90. So $8.80 plus $2.90, and what do we get? $11.70. Very good. Now, one of the big things, like I will tell y'all, and it's highly important in mathematics when you go about doing this, is you have to verify and you have to basically give reasoning for certain things. Look at the very top right now. I have 110 and 290. What do they mean? The prices, right? But like I said, we're just doing this. So obviously you do those prices so you know what they are. When you look back on this in a week to 2 weeks, are you going to remember exactly what those things are? Probably not, correct? So this is why you need to have justification, or you need to have something that tells you what it is. Now, if it's just plain algebraic expression solutions where you're solving problems, there's not. But when you have the ability to write things down, especially with word problems, you need to give reasoning for stuff. Because when you look back on it and you're like, how did I solve this? Every piece of information you put down is useful information to some degree. If you just put down numbers, most of the time that doesn't necessarily help you, especially when we think back to a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, into the 6 weeks. Especially when you do this and this is part of your final and you're like, how the heck did I do this? You're not going to remember, okay? So once again, give explanation, give reasoning behind stuff.